Welcome everybody. This is Luke with Owls TV. And just want to say how pumped I am for 2022 right now. I know we're nearly into February, but just needed to take a little bit of a refresher, and now we are coming back stronger than ever. Today's episode, we're going to be talking a lot about THCP. We did do a previous video on THCP, and honestly got so high off of that I feel that I just want to recap on that. I want to answer some questions that had come up, and we can go from there. So first things first, to clear up some things that was definitely noticed in the comments. I just want to take note of this right now. Is that Dave Coffey actually clearly explained that like a 30x greater affinity to the CB1 receptor doesn't actually mean 30 times stronger. So that's definitely something that is, and we don't want to spread bullshit or lies, because I know that people were talking about people talking about THCO being super like the weed heroin and all this stuff, and we absolutely want to stay away from that type of nonsense here. And so the first thing is it 30 times stronger? I don't think so. Is it strong? It is really, really, really strong. And so just to clear up a couple of things here, is all coming back to the correct labeling of products. And not only that, but the correct identification of the cannabinoids that are being used in that product. So the first thing is that people are often talking about THCP like there's just one, and that's not the case. There's actually delta 8 THCP, and then there's delta 9 THCP. And that's a big difference right there. Just think about delta 9 gummies and delta 8 gummies. And it is something that really needs to be clarified on packaging. We actually talk about this in our HHC video with Kyle, where there's so many different versions of HHC that some of them don't actually work as well as others. And so to just have a blanket term HHC is something that is completely incorrect. And so switching back over here to THCP, a couple of questions some people had. Number one was, how many milligrams was it that we took? So the first thing is that I was honestly shit scared of this at the start. I was definitely afraid of blacking out or something on the camera. So we really went slow at the start, and then once we got over that, it took I would say maybe half a rice to maybe like a grain of rice sized dab, and that hit me like, as you saw in the video, it was like almost instantaneous. The feeling I could give you is like all of the receptors suddenly going like breathing is probably the best way to put it. And I haven't been that stoned in a long time, and I actually ended up eating some Delta 9 edibles afterwards, and I was honestly stoned for like 2 days. So again, this was pure Delta. This was actually Delta 8 THCP that we tried. It was straight THCP. A lot of the products that you're currently seeing on the market that are labeled as THCP are actually just Delta 8 with like 1% THCP. So some people are often talking about the fact that, we don't feel it, and that's really because it's often at such a low potency. And this is really why here at Owls, like a lot of people have been pushing us to, when you're coming out with new cannabinoids, when you're coming out with new products, and we just want to be very thorough in the product research before we release those products. This is the same with HHC, the same with THCP, and we absolutely will be releasing new products with new cannabinoids, but we are going to be extremely patient, and that comes back to the end user, the end consumer. How do we label these correctly? And we certainly won't be bringing out products saying it's THCP if it's 1% THCP in there. So really what I want to say is that THCP, the ferals, are extremely potent, I can only imagine how potent the Delta 9 one is. I definitely see a lot of positivity from this cannabinoid. And what do I mean by that? I mean that it's something that if somebody was in a severe amount of pain, hypothetically, I'm not a doctor, I can't give medical advice, but if somebody was in a lot of pain and they needed something that was sustained throughout the day, they could take a small amount of THCP and get that relief. So I definitely see that as being a very big benefit to it. The other thing too is not having to consume large amounts. If you were somebody who has a higher tolerance, like I don't care who you are, that THCP is going to definitely be felt. And I'm honestly really excited about that cannabinoid. If I was to give a list of the cannabinoids I'm most excited about, it's 9R HHC, D9 THCP, and of course Delta 9 THC2. Those are probably the top three. The THCO, still on the fence with. Let us know in the comments below what you think about it. It seems to be hit and miss a lot of the time. I haven't really found any THCO that I've gone like, whoa, this is just amazing. So we're still on the fence with the THCO, but coming back to THCP, I'll say this. It's definitely not like 30 times stronger. I mean, if it was 30 times stronger, I don't think you'd even be able to walk around. At the same time though, looking back at the video, I was absolutely stoned, like really, really stoned. And, interestingly enough, I was like, when I was talking with Steve, I was like beginning to like lose my train of thought a little bit, and then I was feeling a little uncomfortable because I was sort of like so high. So it is definitely something that I would say is extremely potent. There is no question about that. It is extremely potent. It's extremely long lasting. As I said, I think combining this with other cannabinoids could, for me, definitely created a very long effect where I really didn't come back for like 2 days. And by that meaning like waking up after day 2 being like, holy shit, like I'm still feeling like I've eaten a lot of edibles, or I have, from this THCP, I was genuinely just like shocked at how long it lasted. And that also comes back to actually having a pure compound versus something that is like 1%. So when people are reviewing carts, you need to ask them like how much THCP is in there. When you buy a cartridge, check to see, do they have test results for it? Because as of right now, KCA Labs is one of the only laboratories that has THCP testing standards as far as I'm aware. And so if you're just buying a product, again, that doesn't have test results on it, that's your choice. But I'd be very wary, because there has been other companies in the past that have said they had THCP and it turned out it was actually a different cannabinoid completely. And so it is something to be careful of. Trust your sources, trust who you're buying it from. And if you see a THCP cartridge for like $20, I would run for the hills. Don't buy that. Hope you find that useful, everybody. Let us know, what have you thought about THCP? If you're commenting on your feelings about it, what was the potency that you tried? Was this pure THCP? Because it is very expensive, like $300 a gram retail. So let us know in the comments below. Really I'm really excited to be back, everybody. Really thankful for every single one of you subscribers. If you've stayed this long, thank you very much. And we are just focused on giving more and more and more to you, the Parliament, our community. And thank you all for watching. It makes my job worthwhile, and it really helps me to give back. And I really like doing these videos. I really like giving education, and I'm just pumped to be back at it. So let us know what you think. Looking forward to more and more interviews that will be coming down the line. Like and subscribe. See you later. Peace.